Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another edition of the Cause of the Week Lunch and Learn. My name is Christy Kennel, and I'm an Associate Director for the Combined Federal Campaign. Human rights, the equal right to education, freedom of expression and religion, and protection from mistreatment and other inequalities regardless of race, gender, religion, disability, or ethnicity. This is what human rights are all about. Thank you for joining us today to learn more about this great cause.
Hello, my name is Stacy Marziato, and I am the Associate Director for the Combined Federal Campaign. Joining us today is Amy Leitman, President of NTM Info and Research, located in Palmetto Bay, Florida. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, thank you. It's great to be here.
Great. So, Amy, we'd like to hear a little bit more about your organization. Can you tell us how your organization first got started?
Sure. So NTM Info and Research, CFC number 96013, is an organization that is a patient advocacy group for patients with a rare lung disease called non-tuberculous mycobacterial lung infections. My late stepmom actually started the organization. She had NTM lung disease and she met a lot of patients who were like her. There wasn't a lot of information out there. So she started a website, and the website kind of grew into a patient advocacy organization from there.
Oh, that's so interesting. So it must be so close to your heart, being that it's a family started organization.
Yeah, it is a family affair.
Yeah, so we're so excited to have you in the CFC family. We hear that this is your first year with the CFC. What is your, projected impact of the CFC to your mission?
Well, our projected impact has been that we're going to be raising awareness of this disease. It's amazing that people suddenly turn to me and say, I just met somebody who has that disease that your stepmom had. And I keep meeting people randomly who have it. And people don't realize that it's considered rare, but it's much more common than people realize. It's just underreported. But I can tell you that we just had our first Giving Tuesday with CFC, and we raised 4 times as much money this year as we did last year. So for sure, the impact is already being felt.
Oh, that's so wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'd like for you to tell us a little bit about your programs. Tell our federal employee about your programs and what you can offer in your organization.
Sure. So in addition to patient support programs, including like an online forum and programs about nutrition and emotional well-being, we do have advocacy platforms that we are engaged in. One of the biggest ones that we've been engaged in for a long time is inclusion of the patient experience and patient voice in drug development and therapeutic development from start to finish. So from preclinical all the way through clinical trials. And it's been really helpful. We've gone from having one company interested in this disease space to having an approved therapy and half a dozen more companies working in our space now. And every clinical trial now includes patient-reported outcomes, which are tools designed to measure things that only patients can tell you about, like pain or fatigue. So every single clinical trial is now required to report that patient experience. So we're really proud to have been pushing for that patient voice to be included.
Oh, advocacy for the patients. That's wonderful to hear that.
Our second big platform that we're really working on, and this is very important actually, not just for our patients, but really for everybody. And I don't think people realize how important it is. Antibiotic resistant infections are on the rise everywhere. Last year in the United States, there were more than 2.8 million antibiotic resistant infections and more than 35,000 related deaths. So we need a stronger antibiotic development pipeline, and we're really helping to promote that and push for better legislation to help support that development pipeline as well.
Oh, that's such a timely issue that, area that you're talking about, because in these times that we're dealing with, that would be so important to everyone. Mm-hmm. We would love to hear a little possible short story about how a recipient may have benefited from your organization.
Yeah, one of my favorites is actually somebody who's become very dear to me and a friend. I was at a doctor's appointment and my doctor said, I have a patient who has the same thing that your stepmom has, and she's actually about your age. Can I have her get in touch with you? I said, yeah, sure. So she called about a week later, and we had a great conversation. We decided to meet up for dinner. We got along really well. Our parents met for dinner. What we learned was that her case was particularly complex. We got her to the right specialist who brought in an appropriate care team. They resolved her underlying complex issues. She went from having a 2-year life expectancy to having a normal life expectancy, and she's doing great.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's the kind of thing that really, this is what we do it for. We do it to help patients. So it's really nice when we hear things like that.
Amazing. What a heartfelt, heartwarming story for all the federal employees to hear about. Well, we have been so blessed to have you on this interview, and the CFC is very grateful to have, met you and to hear more about your organization. Would you like to share your CFC number one last time?
Yes, NTM Info and Research, CFC number 96013. And thank you again to the CFC. We really are happy to be a part of the CFC family.
Thank you, Amy. Be safe and be well. Have a happy holiday.
Human rights are a set of rules about how governments must treat people. They reflect the basic dignity of every person, and they prescribe what governments must do and what they must refrain from doing to respect that dignity.
Around the world, people continue to face discrimination, oppression, and prevention of access to basic human rights. Your donation to charities supporting human rights can help ensure that individuals around the world are treated equally and with dignity. The need is greater than ever. Make your pledge today at givecfc.org. And thank you to all of the organizations who were able to share with us today. We are grateful for the work that you do within our communities.